Hello. Oh, sorry, cat meowed when I was doing the greeting. Hello, Tessie. It's Sam. Here with the trauma makeup. I'm gonna start with the bruise right away. I am assuming that this video is gonna end up turning out to be like the longest video that I will probably send you. And so because of that, I will try to, well, I will probably include timestamps in the email as to when each thing is, when each look is completed. Sorry, it's hard to talk and do makeup at the same time. Hard to talk and think at the same time. It's not a skill that I've learned yet at the age of 20, but that's fine. Right now I'm doing the bruise. I have done many bruises and had many bruises done on me. I used to work at Valley Scare. Last year I worked at Valley Scare, and that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. And I worked, sorry, I'm gonna mute this or turn it down. I worked in one of the houses called Bloodshed, and so the makeup that we got was super duper gory. And so my skin is kind of used to it. Now I'm going in with the blue. I'm using the Ben Nye color wheel and the fabric sponge like you suggested to kind of bruise me up. Got clocked right in the face. So trying to make it look like it does in real life on camera, but it doesn't want to. It doesn't feel like it. So that kind of stinks. It looks a lot more vibrant in real life. It's kind of better when I go up close, but it looks better in real life, sadly, than on camera. As all things are, better in real life than on camera. Maybe I will just do this. Anyway, I'm gonna call that good for the bruise. I can also send pictures of them, which I will also probably do, because the camera hates showing things. So that's the bruise. We will do, I have a little list of all the trauma things that we are doing. We'll start getting on the burned wound. I've never used Ben Nye's liquid latex, which comes with a little brush, which is super fun, because then you can just paint it on. I usually dip my latex in a little container and apply it with a sponge. Stay out of my hair, please. Liquid latex, please. I don't want you in my hair. I've had liquid latex like in my hairline before because of Valley Fair, and let me tell you, it's not very cash money. It's not very fun. So we'll get that good old layer painted on. Oh, a nice big chunk of burnt flesh. That's what I'm feeling today. Okay. Nice big old square. And we'll move on to the bullet wound right in the center of my forehead. I haven't worked with scar wax very often either. My main cup of tea is liquid. Sorry, opening it. My main cup of tea is definitely liquid latex. That is my bread and butter. able to craft most of my looks using cotton and liquid latex. Mostly because scar wax is it's whack. That's why. Scar wax is whack. No, mostly because scar wax is whack. It's kind of frustrating to work with for a lot of people, including me, who has the patience of an absolute child. Because you have to like put spirit gum down and make sure that your like base is completely clean, or the scar wax will have a fit and it sticks to your fingers. So you gotta use Vaseline and all of a bunch of fun things that I love when doing special effects makeup. Hey, don't eat that. Yeah, you. Sorry. I have a cat. You can also hear a cat on TV. Yeah, I got this tiny ball. Flattening it out. This being said, Ben Nye Scar Wax is like the most awesome quality scar wax I have worked with. Boom, got my scar wax, and I'm just gonna that on. I'm gonna get some Vaseline on my hands because the scar wax hates me. Yeah, Miss Jackson, I know. Mom's weird. She does weird things. Got a little crazy. Blending the edges in with my fingers so it's less noticeable that I have a giant like thing of wax on my forehead. Cause I got shot. I've been shot. Go down to my eyebrows a little bit. But yeah, since I have worked at Valley Scare and it is a season of spook, Halloween is in a few days, I'll probably share some stories of just fun things that I've encountered while working at Valley Scare. What? Don't meow! My goodness. Get more Vaseline on it. Oh, look at that. Yes, we love to see it. Working the scar wax. Kind of smooth. Oh my goodness, stop meowing. You're ruining the video. It's scar wax. So yeah, anyway. I don't know if you've been to Valley Scare, how familiar you are with Valley Scare, but I worked in a house called Bloodshed. I'll be using my own makeup brushes because I have some set aside specifically for special effects. But I worked in a house called Bloodshed. Oh yeah, that's right. You said put some powder on this. Oh, no wonder it's sticking. Oopsie poopsie. Gonna powder it. Anyway, so Bloodshed, essentially the theme of it is that you are in this butcher shop and you're with a bunch of murder butchers. It's Mr. Cleaver's Bloodshed. Mr. Cleaver is the main guy. He's really cool. I was actually Mr. Cleaver's wife when I worked there. He was a very good husband, very loving. We had many children that we hated. But they did a very good job. And of course, all of like the actors and the haunt people I worked with were amazing. Boom. That's a big old bullet wound. That's a big one. It's a big old one. But yeah, Mr. Cleaver was amazing. Everybody I worked with was awesome. And I miss them. I wish I was working with them again this year, but alas, COVID said no vid to that. But yeah, so the premise is like Mr. Cleaver runs this infamous butcher shop that has like super delectable, yummy, scrumptious, like award-winning, crazy meat. Crazy good meat. And they're offering tours of their facility. They want to show you it. Want to show you all the hard work that they went through. And so, yeah, they're inviting people in to their butcher shop, which is awesome of them. Very nice. Thank you. Very cool. And little do you know, their award-winning star crazy awesome meat is made out of people. And then you walk in and then boom, uh-oh, you are the meat. And you're walking through this butcher shop. There's plenty of like pigs hanging up. I for one don't like pigs. Like I was fine because haunted houses don't really scare me, but I'm not a fan of pigs. Fun fact. So that wasn't, so depending on where I worked, I was either having a great night or like I was like, oh, this could be better. How thick is this dark blood? I'm going to find out. It's pretty thick. Okay. Sorry, pouring the dark blood into this little cup, this cap, I use for makeup. Ooh. Ooh. It's nice and dark and juicy. Anyway. But there are like a bunch of rooms, which is super fun. Super fun, super fresh. I get quiet because I have to use my brain. I'll go from like speaking and like haha, and then you'll just watch me just completely go silent and like enter focus mode as I am trying to create a bullet wound or whatever I'm working on in that moment. I'm gonna start using these because I only had one fabric sponge. I know that you are really recommending fabric sponges, but alas, I don't have very many. I also have a Mayron paint palette, so I'll probably be using a combination of that and Ben Nye, just because I own it. They're water-based paints. They can be used for body paints, and stuff like that, which is really awesome and exciting. It's giving it some texture, some redness. The skin is irritated because it's been shot. I've been shot. I've been shot. People who've been shot can relate. I actually don't know anybody who's been shot, and I can't imagine it feels great. Just gonna throw that out there. I get some blood up in this. Wow, just dots, just around it. Kind of tap it in, mess it up, mess it up, mess it up. I like to do this. Paint some. Don't mind me using my brush. But yeah, anyway, yes, I'm super happy it's Halloween. Such a good time of the year. Such a great season. Really awesome. I've been shot. Yeah, so there's my gunshot wound. I'll have to clean it up, obviously, because I can't do a broken nose with a bunch of blood dripping down my face. But also, I've gotten really good at dripping blood down my face, if you couldn't tell. And everything is sticky because of fake blood, and also my nose itches really bad right now. So, this is not going to be the easiest cleanup. But there we go. Here is my gunshot tutorial where I've been shot. Oh, I love how messy special effects makeup is. It makes me feel alive. But yeah, I've had some really fun stories. There's like a giant room where a bunch of pigs are in Bloodshed. I'm just gonna have a pile of Kleenexes. That's okay. There's a giant room where a bunch of pigs are. That's like the second room that you walk into, and I made that my first night. And I also worked at a different haunted house. This one I didn't get any special effects makeup done on me. I just wore a mask, which is fun in its own right, because at the second one, or the first one I worked at, the non-Valley Fair one, it's a place called Molitor's Haunted Acres in Sartell. Super awesome, highly recommend. If you are ever in the area to go to it during the haunt season. Awesome, family owned. Sounds like I was sponsored by them. I wasn't. I was kind of, but I'm not anymore. So, look at that juicy blood wound. That bullet wound. But anyway, so yeah, Mulder's Haunted Acres in Sauk Rapids, first job I worked at. There you can actually touch the people that go through, which is a lot of fun, because then if somebody walked past me, I'd be like, and then grab them, and then they'd freak out, because a lot of people don't like being touched in the first place. Even less people liked being touched by people dressed androgynously in a baby mask. I don't know why. I don't know why they wouldn't want to be touched by me in a baby mask, hiding my features, not knowing if I'm a man or a woman. It's just weird. Getting some Vaseline on my hands to get this scar wax to not stick. So I can give myself a broken nose. But anyway. So yeah, in Molitor's, I was able to get like a grown man, 6 inches taller than me, fully grown, on the floor, just crying. And like in the corner, like he fell down. I scared him so bad, he fell down. Which, like, first of all, oof, ow. Ooh, this is hard to do with the nose piercing. But yeah, anyway, he fell down on the floor because I came around the corner and scared the life out of him. And then He ran backwards to a part he'd already been in, went backtracked, like a fool, to a part he'd already been in, running backwards. And we all just were like, what? Huh? And then, and I don't think I was supposed to be the baby mask. I think they ended up giving me the baby mask because I was so good with it. But this poor guy runs away, terrified of me. 5'3", just a little girl, just running away screaming, backtracking in it. Really funny, but oh good. Hey, whoever's honking, you better stop. Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you. Very polite. So yeah, on his knees. Then he came back through, because obviously he can't escape it by going backwards. Dingus. So he came back around. Oh, my nose, it's broken. So he comes back around. And I get him again. I get him a second time, because I didn't know it was him. And essentially, I would just hide in this dark corner and pop out, and people would be like, and be scared. Get him a second time. He didn't learn, I guess, which is hilarious. But, oh well, what can you do? What can you do with the guy that never learns? Have him fall down again, screaming his head off, screaming like a little girl. I think he peed his pants, which is great. We love that in the haunt world. That is like the best thing ever, is when you get somebody to pee their pants. Got him to pee his pants, pretty sure. And that was the best scare ever. That wasn't Valley Fair, but that was the best scare ever. So putting some grease paint on this to help it blend in with my nosy. Working semi-successfully. I'm just gonna actually do this. Do you like the witches on in the background? 'Tis the season. Figured I'd watch it today, because it is a Halloween tradition for my family. Yeah. I just found a life hack for myself. Applying grease paint on scar wax with my fingers, so much easier than with a brush and separating. Oh, this is gonna be so long. I am so sorry, Tessie. Yeah, you definitely do not have to watch the whole thing. I'm very particular about my trauma makeup and making it look as realistic as possible. And so, instead of doing this efficiently, I am doing this in a picky manner, which is not very cash money of me, but whatever. I need to stop saying very cash money of me, because some people don't know what that means, and then they are just confused and upset. Because they're like, what are you saying? What does that mean? And I'm like, I'm sorry, not knowing what I'm saying is very not cash money of me to do. I don't know why I went back to that, but it's something I wanted to do. Scar wax, ew. Oh, my nose ring. Not my nose ring, my nose piercing. Ew. Ew, scar wax piercing. Anyways, I'm gonna stop messing with my nose and finally paint it, because it was probably ready to be painted long ago. My bullet wound is still oozing and gushing Sorry, my face is red because I'm rubbing it and irritating it like a dope. Put some red paint right in there. Ouch, my nose was punched in effect. Do that deeper red too. I've been punched and shot and bruised, and yet I am here doing my makeup. Take this as an example, kids, as to always turn in your homework on time. I say, having not done my clown makeup yet because I'm a heathen and fell into a depressive episode and gave up on life momentarily, but that's okay. Look at nose broken. Is broken. It hurts. It's not cool. Getting your nose broken isn't cool. It hurts. This is just gonna be me rambling for an hour and a half as I meticulously keep going over my makeup. I don't know why, but I was like, I'm gonna bruise my broken nose. I'm gonna do it, even though I already have a bruise. And it's completely unnecessary. I'm bruising my broken nose. I think it's because I'm special effects deprived because I haven't done it a lot. And so I'm like, now that I'm doing it, I'm gonna fully send it. Despite the need for me to make this a semi-quick thing. Add some blood. Add some blood, but don't cover up the bruising with the blood. Ouch, my nose. And then boom. I done it. I broke my nose. Ouch. Broke my nose, been shot, hard day. Well, I'm gonna move on to the bonfire burn. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna paint another layer of latex, even though I don't really need it on the acid burn. I've done burns so many times in the past, and I'm gonna show you a little tip and trick I learned about burns. I do my like bonfire burns differently than you. I do them more similarly to like an acid burn where I lay down latex and then I layer it with cotton balls or paper towels or Kleenexes or whatever's on hand. But not today. Today I'm doing my bonfire burn your style. And I'm gonna actually do it under my chin so it blends together with the acid burn. We're just really sending it. Haha. I put a spell on you, and now you're mine. Yes, the Sanderson sisters get it. So far I've done bullet wound, broken nose. I'm doing the regular burn right now. Did my bruise. I'm doing acid burn right now. And then after this I have a gash and a scar and road rash. I mean, I don't know if I have to do road rash, but I want to do road rash because it's literally just like bam, bam. Done and done. Kind of shredded my Kleenex a little bit for fun. jamming out here. I don't know if you can hear it. Other stories from Haunt. Valley Fair was a lot more chaotic than Work Camp Malders. Just because the population attending Valley Fair is so much more than, don't mind me, this is my special effects kit. I have a whole box. Here's my fake blood. Just because the population attending Valley Fair is so much more, so many more people are coming to Valley Fair than a small town in middle Minnesota. Like, we had quite a few people come to Malders, but it wasn't like Valley Scare, which is a huge amusement park and tourist attraction in a lot of sense of the word. I pulled out my own fake blood for this because I knew my own fake blood is a lot less thick. Sorry, I'm talking kind of weird because I'm adding blood to my chin. Because I knew my own fake blood was a lot less thick, and so it would apply a lot easier to create the burn. Yummy. I will still take some of this though, because it's darker and it's thicker, so it will add more dimension. Fake blood, y'all. There's so much of it, so many kinds. Thick stuff. And I'll add the thick in. Ooh, syrupy. And gross. Ugh. Yum. Almost dropped my blood brush. That would be a nightmare. This probably won't stick like the best in the entire world just because of where I put it, but it's fine. I'll get started on making the scar because I know that took you a little bit. I think you start with spirit gum and then use latex. I'm actually doing way more successful with lost my train of thought. I'm doing way more successful with the scar wax than I thought it would. Because I don't use scar wax because it nope. That's why. The reason is no. But yeah, we're doing super good. I just remembered now that I'm done with my broken nose that you suggested grabbing like some of the like fibers from the sponges and sticking them in. Oh, and I completely forgot, but hey, my broken nose is on and it looks great. So I will get started on the scar as my very wet fake blood is drying. And also gashes. You use scar wax for your gash. Scar wax is great for gashes because it creates really clean gashes. Like, it created this like nice and clean bullet wound, which is something you couldn't get with latex. I usually use latex. Just because I put a spell on you, and now you're mine. I put a spell on you. Okay. Sorry. Chaos brain. But anyway, what was I saying? I usually use latex to get them real bloody and yucky and to just look like crap. And I've heard of the scar stuff you mentioned in the video before. I've actually seen it and considered getting it. But I know you have to be super duper careful about where you put that because it can cause permanent damage if used incorrectly. Very tricky stuff. There's a Halloween shop in Maplewood. Great place. If you ever want to go there and check it out, highly recommend. They sell some Bandai. Mostly they sell a lot of Mayron stuff, which is where I got my palette that you will see me using. I'm gonna use a different brush. I have so many brushes. This is only brushes for my special effects makeup right here. And this is a fraction of them. And then I have my beauty makeup brushes. So you can call me a connoisseur. We're gonna go into the dark red and add that in. It's still pretty wet, but it works. And then we're gonna go to the black. 36 minutes. Oopsie poopsie. Hope you didn't have anything you wanted to do with your day besides look at me become a demon. Use my hands to tap it on. Create dimension. I can hear my cat sleeping. I don't think I put enough spirit gum there, so it's kind of flopping down. Oops. Okay. Grab my sponge, dip it into the red, and blend it in. I've been burned. Goodness, I love burns. You boinker. Don't know what to do. Oh, the tragedies of special effects. Oh, the tragedies of special effects makeup. Kind of wean it out. Let us out of here. Hocus Pocus is such a good movie. And midterms has kicked my butt. Like kicked it hard. To unreal levels. Burned. Just gonna stand there and look at my burn. But it's kicked my butt at unreal levels. Everything all of a sudden just hit me like a truck. I had a family member that caught COVID. It was my grandpa. So I've been running back and forth trying to visit him. I had to work. I work as a PCA. I work 24-hour shifts. It was my weekend to work. And it just all struck me and I was dead. I was just absolutely taken out by it. Come here. Oh, yes. Oh, Ben Nye has such good liquid latex. It's so much better than the stuff I have. The stuff I have isn't bad. It's just Ben Nye has like super good liquid latex. Ooh. Come here. It just builds really well. It doesn't have much of a scent to it. Come here. Beautiful. But anyway, what was I saying? Ben Nye. Oh yes, liquid latex. Yes, God tier. Super good. I love it. I need some water to activate my paints because I want to use my paints for this one. Haha. I look so good. Nothing makes me happier than looking at my face with liquid latex. Oh, I didn't plan ahead. Or did I? Perfect. Got water on myself. Did I brush my... Whatever. Anyway. Back to the main event. Me talking about myself. So yeah, tough week. But it's fine. Because I'll eventually get into it, you know? We'll get the rhythm back. Everything will be fine and dandy, peachy and jolly. Classy. I don't know if you'll look at the clown assignment. I'm still gonna submit it. To hopefully maybe get late credit for it. But yeah, that's what happened. A lot. And I'm still in the middle of it. I feel like I've done so much and I still have so much to do, which is tough stuff. Really tough stuff. I love adding dimension to my... So you go in the dots and you like add some of this dark color. It's like any of the like dots of torn skin. I love burns so much. They're probably my favorite thing to create on myself. Yeah, get them you. So, yeah. Back to talking about Weekend Valley Fair. So yeah. Valley Fair was definitely different than working at Mulder's because I couldn't touch the people I was trying to scare. Which was hard because that was a lot of my scare tactics, so I had to relearn how to scare people, which sounds weird. And it was. But that's okay. Oof. Yummy. So something I'm gonna do, I don't know how well this will work because I already added fake blood. Go ahead and take some latex, and I'm actually gonna paint a sponge with it as to not ruin the brush that the Ben Nye latex comes with. And I'm going dab over this, and then you'll never believe this. So this is something I learned. Why does she have coffee, you might ask? And you might know this trick already, but I love it for burns. You grab coffee and you press it into the burn like this. And it also helps give that grainy and like charred, just nasty look. And then you're gonna go over it with latex again. Once again, completely optional. Using the brush to put latex on a sponge. Because we do not want coffee grounds in my nice bendy latex. Leave that dry. But that's something I do for burns, and I will show you the final project. The final project. This is the final project. This is the anyway. Before this becomes like 5 hours long, let's move on. Let's keep going. My scar is actually looking pretty good, so I'm just gonna lightly color match that by just putting some grease paint around slash on it a little bit. Blend that in. There's my scar. Wow, I did that pretty quick and easy because, I don't know, I was able to. Road rash. No, not right now. Gash. And I think that's all. Oh, so let's gash it up, baby. We're gonna do a nice big gash from here. Maybe even up here a little bit, like a little bit, you know? Who knows? Depending on how feisty I'm feeling, we'll just start with this. I'm also so happy I'm not allergic to spirit gum or liquid latex, because latex is a fairly common allergy. So super grateful that I don't have that allergy. And some people don't care, which is the funniest thing to me. Like, people who are lactose intolerant just don't care about like getting dairy. Some people who are allergic to latex or like adhesives don't care, and they just keep doing special effects using sorry, I'm getting a ton of scar wax. Also, Ben Nye scar wax is pretty bomb. I think I've mentioned this before. I think I already complimented it, that it has like, that they have some of the best scar wax. So good on them. Good job, Ben Nye. You are awesome. Making a worm with my scar wax. An even little wormy. I don't have anything really profound to say today. I'm kind of tired and I'm spacing out because I've been doing homework for like 6 hours straight and I'm still going. But it's cool. You know, it happens. Here's my worm. Scar wax worm. Am I starting to love scar wax a little bit? Maybe. Is it still a stupid, stinky pain in my butt that sticks to my fingers? Yes. Okay. Scar wax worm number 1. I think I'm having I still don't trust scar wax though. Sorry. I have to focus. Right now. Blending the scar wax in. This is probably the most focused I've ever been. Scar wax. Anyway. Oh no. That's not good. That's a problem for me in a little bit. Time to grab my second worm. Okay. Once again, completely forgot what I was talking about. I'm so sorry. This is probably super disorganized. Come on. Oh, my worm. And here the struggling begins. This is why I don't like scar wax. This is actually just me talking about how much I hate scar wax for a significant amount of time in a row. I think I'm actually starting to love scar wax. Have like a psych, just kidding. She will never, ever, ever love scar wax. And if you thought that was possible, you were a fool. I regret choosing to do this by my mouth. I regret it so much. And I regret the scar wax all over my hands. Come on. Come on. Thank you. No. No. You know, the gash was supposed to be the easiest part of the project for me because I've done so many gashes. This was supposed to be my time to show off and be like, look at how good I can do. Look at me. And then I was an idiot and put the gash by my mouth, which has a lot of movement, which encourages the wax to not stick. I'm just a noob. I take all of my proud special effects credit where I was like, I'm super good at doing stuff. Throw it away. Forget I said it. My hands are all covered in Vaseline and my life is filled with regret, even though it's not that bad. Maybe I'm just a little dramatic, but it's okay because I'm a theater student, and if I wasn't just a little dramatic, me rambling for 5 minutes about how much I hate everything, me taking it back and just being dramatic. Me in a little bit definitely gonna start ranting about how much I hate everything again, but you know, it's fine, it's okay, it happens. I'm gonna go back in with my paint. I spilled my water and blood on the ground. If you're wondering what that ooh noise was, that was me doing that. She's really been through the ringer today, hasn't she? Sorry, I'm dabbing the edges so I can blend them out more. Oopsie poopsie. I'm gonna title this "Welcome to the Longest Video of Your Life." You can just skip to the end, I guess, because in the end, I will have all of these effectively done. Perfecto. 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 Do 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 do. Do do do. That'll teach you to call people ugly. Or will it? Let's make this burn shiny. Look at that. We love shiny burns. Oh, too much. Bring it back, bring it back. And don't forget a little more fake blood. She went through a day. Forgot why I was doing that, and now I remembered. There was like a tick 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 moment. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so sorry, Miss Jackson. Please do not drink your water anytime soon. There's like a ticking in my head as I'm like, what was I working on? As it reaches the hour mark. Oh, Tessie, I'm so sorry. I'm publishing this whole thing. But you most certainly do not need to watch this whole thing. I hate Scarlet so much. I hate it so much. But yes, you most certainly can skip to the end. I will not be offended. I may be more offended if you don't skip to the end. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. Having a field day. We're having a day. Having a ball. The best thing is I'm doing the clown makeup like immediately after this. List the clown makeup, and then I'm gonna start writing the paper. So you know the timeline of things in my life right now. Where's that thick blood? Come here, baby. Oh. Oof. What happened? Who hurt her? I don't know why, but I'm also the most like chaotic, messy person in the world when it comes to special effects makeup. There's not been a moment where I haven't accidentally created a huge freaking mess for myself to clean up when doing special effects makeup. But you know what? I haven't been banned from doing it in anybody's houses yet. So that's a win. So I'm gonna keep doing it until someone tells me to not do it in their house. But also in the dorm, it's my problem because if I get fake blood everywhere, I have to clean it up and get it out of everything. And have I had to do that this year? Absolutely. Because I'm a heathen. Really sad I haven't done more special effects this year. I had a whole plan that I wasn't able to do. Kind of take away some of that color desaturated towards the end. Because I had to take away my eyebrows. That's what I'm doing next. I considered just shaving them and then I was like, better not. Why, you may ask? Because I really don't feel like drawing them on every single day of my life. Or I could not draw them on and just go down without eyebrows. But I already got rid of all of my hair. And I can't have no hair and no eyebrows. I do have hair. It's just really short. Boom. She been through it. I really been through it today. I really been through it today. All right. Broken nose. Could use more blood. Broken nose, been shot. Got burned twice. Got a bruise, a big old shiner. And last but not least, stipple sponge, fake blood, road rash. We done. We did it. It's an hour and 4 minutes. I am incredibly sorry that it took so long. Here is my acid burn from here on with the coffee grounds added. Here's my bruise right by my eye. Here is my regular burn from this section to this section of my chin. A big old gash on my cheek. Even when using the clean method of scar wax, I somehow made it very bloody and gruesome. Here is my scar, my road rash, and if you couldn't see it, my bullet wound and my broken nose. And that's it. Thank you for coming to watch me spend an hour doing special effects makeup on camera. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed my ramblings. Hopefully you didn't watch the entire thing and just skip to the end to see me looking like this. Have a great day.